right, in this video, we're gonna talk about your trail wrist, okay? Because your trail wrist it plays a massive, part in the swing, okay? So this wrist, right, okay? So, I put my wrist out here, and if I just take and bend it, I'll turn the camera like this first, okay? If I take and bend it in here and hold it up in here, right? This is about 45 or 50 degree angle, right, okay? So right there's probably 45 right there, okay? And then there, okay? So it has this ability to bend back to about 50 degrees, okay? Plus or minus, right? So I'm sure somebody tell me exactly in there, okay? So when I start off my swing, right? When I start off, I build from the outside, I get my hands and wrists set, get my arms set, okay? I want to get out of my trail wrist. I want to get an early 30 degree set, okay? 30 degrees. 30 degrees is going to pull the club head two directions. It's going to pull it in and then up, okay? In and then up, okay? So put two hands on there, okay? You get 30 degrees in and up. Now you can see when I did that, right? See how the shaft is now parallel with my intended target line, right? And I'm setting over here, right? So I'm not taking and pulling the club around here or leaving it out here where I don't have that 30 degrees. So I want to get that 30 degrees set into here, okay? Now, when you set it in there, you can see as I set that 30 degrees in there, you're gonna get a little bit of elbow flexion, right? Because that 30 degrees swinging in and up right there causes your elbow to get a little flexion or bend in it, right? So here's gonna do it with one hand. First is gonna be the 30 degrees, okay? And then I'm just gonna come up on my elbow to set that up to the 45 or 50. Oh, right there, okay? And you can see how quiet my trail elbow is here because I'm getting the club to move in and up through my wrist action, not through my elbow or shoulder joint, right? So when I see people taking the club out here, pulling the club in here, right? Then we're going to get this in a bad position, right? And we have to have, right? Let's not forget, what's the last two things we're gonna do? Last two things that the basketball guy does? Elbow and wrist. The last two things the pitcher does? Elbow and wrist. The last two things a golfer's gonna do? Elbow and wrist. So it makes sense to what? Everything we gotta do is to get your elbow and wrist into position to then initiate that release, apply the speed, center, solid contact, square face, you get the picture, okay? So I want you to take and make sure that you understand this 30 degree here, right? And then you practice getting that here. Get it set at the 30, right? Okay, and then turn it up on top, bingo, okay? Get the 30 set here, and then turn it up on top, right? Good. And that's gonna get you in a wonderful position with your trail wrist and your trail elbow. And man, I mean, have I seen swings where somebody is on plane with the wrist and the elbow set who's not at least a good player? No, I haven't, right? Because I mean, at this point in time, I mean, it's just unwind and release, right? And there's things that can go wrong. Don't get me wrong, right? We got a whole video section on applying speed in there, right? Okay. But even the people that from a perfect position, even if you mess up the speed phase, you're still going to be good. You're still going to be good. The people that struggle, they can't get in that spot. Okay. So 30 degrees on up to 45, 48, 50. Okay. Work on it.